and come down onto our mat. We're going to start laying all the way down today. Yay. Our soles of our feet are going to be together and we're going to roll ourselves all the way down so that we're flat on the mat. Our hands are going to press into the mat down by our side, and maybe you'd like to close your eyes down at this point in time. Taking a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale to empty all of that air out through pursed lips like you're blowing through a straw. Good. Give me another couple of breaths just like this. And exhaling to empty all of that air. On that exhale, really think about closing those ribs down towards those hip bones. One more deep breath here, in through the nose. And on that exhale, let's start to press the soles of our feet together, pressing into the mat with our palms, and start to peel our waistband all the way up. Good. It's an inhale at the top. And on that exhale breath, slowly melt all the way back down into the mat. Good. Coming back to a neutral position, we've got a slight lift from our lower back away from the mat underneath us. On the exhale, we press that low back into the mat. We press into those palms and lift ourselves all the way up. Beautiful. Just work through this at a pace that feels nice to you today. Slowly rippling that spine all the way up, pressing into those soles of the feet to get a little bit higher, and then slowly melting all the way back down. Beautiful work. In about 5 seconds, we're going to go ahead and lift all the way up. Meet me at the top. Good. When we're there, let's go ahead and add in one halfway lower. So drop the hips slightly down towards the mat, press the hips up nice and high, and then slowly melt back down into the mat, rippling one vertebra at a time. Good. Remove that gap in your low back, pressing into the mat to lift all the way up. It's one halfway lower through those glutes. Squeeze them to lift them even higher, and then slowly ripple back down into that start position. Beautiful, team. This is the flow. Work here at a pace that feels good to you today. It's a full lift, a halfway lower, press all the way up and melt all the way back down. We've maybe got time for 2 more here. Can you lift that waistband up any higher each time? Nice. This is the last one here. Rolling all the way up. Hold it at the top. Good. It's a little halfway lower. Press the hips high. Good. It's a lower and a lift. Maybe inhale to lower. Exhale to press and lift up. Beautiful work. Here just for another 5. 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down. Bring those knees into your chest now. Give them a little cuddle. Nice work, team. We are going to move on. Let's go ahead and start to roll ourselves all the way up, holding on to the back of our legs to come all the way to seated. Beautiful. We're just going to have a real quick stretch while we're here. So coming up onto your knees, we're just going to lift up and over to each side. Good. Pressing into the mat that's on the floor. Good. Pressing your side body away and then lifting all the way up and over to the other side here. Good. Take a nice big inhale. And exhaling to bring it all the way back over. One more on each side here. Good. Press all the way in, up and over to the other side. Nice work. Quick little release there. Let's come all the way back down, laying onto our back. We're all going to go ahead and float our Right foot to tabletop to start today. So we're laying flat on our back. Our hands are in the mat down by our side, and our right foot is floating in tabletop position. Beautiful. From here, we're going to press through the heel of our left foot and lift our waistband up nice and high. Good. And then slowly lower all the way back down. Good. It's a single leg glute bridge here, lifting all the way up and slowly melting all the way back down. Play around with this foot position here on the mat for what might work for you. The further away that foot is, the more you might feel that in your hamstring. The closer that foot is into your bottom, the more you might feel this in your glute. Good. Pressing into those hands down on the mat to lift that waistband up any higher each time. Nice. Like we did with that froggy pelvic lift, we're going to add in a little halfway lower. So the next time we press our hips all the way up, hold it there. Can you lower through the glute and then lift all the way up, melt all the way back down into the mat, reset. Good. It's a lift all the way up. It's a halfway lower. It's a press all the way up and slowly melt back down into the mat. Beautiful. If this is too much for you, you can absolutely go ahead and do this whole variation with 2 legs. Maybe alternate, maybe try and float one leg up every couple of reps if you're taking that option, just to test out your single leg glute bridge every few times. But those that still have one leg lifted here, let's go ahead and lift all the way up for a quick round of pulses here. Up and up and up. Here just for another 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower all the way back down. Holy dooly. Let's hug those knees into our chest. Maybe run those knees out one at a time. Good. And now from here, we are going to come over onto our side, ready to work through a quick round of side lying arms today. So we're going to come all the way down onto our left bicep. Well, that's not our bicep, but upper arm, tricep, let's say. Laying all the way down, Zach's going to kill me for that. He's like, just don't use muscles, it's easier. Press that palm into the mat. Top palm goes into the mat. Bottom hand reaches around and grabs onto that shoulder. Good. From here, it's a press through the hand that's on the mat to lift yourself all the way up. Beautiful. Come all the way down and then reach that arm up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Place that hand back down. Press to lift. Lower all the way back down. Lift the arm up. Beautiful. It's 1 press, 1 reach. Exhale to press. Inhale to reach. Beautiful. In 5 seconds, we're going to lose this reach. And we're just going to work through these presses. In 3, 2, 1. The next time you lower down to the mat, can you just lower down to a hover and then maybe lift yourself straight back up? Good. It's a lower to a hover and lift straight back up. I would implore you to try pulling on this shoulder with your opposite hand to lift yourself back up each time, yeah? So this hand here actually has a purpose. Beautiful. We're just going to be here for another 3, 2, 1, melting all the way back down into the mat. From here, we're going to stay in that same position. However, take your hands out, unhook that shoulder, and then make a diamond shape with your index finger and thumbs just in front of you on the mat, so that you've got this elbow is kind of at a right angle and you're looking towards the diamond that you've made with your fingers on the mat. Good. From here, pressing into both palms, can you lift yourself all the way up and lower all the way down? Beautiful. It's a lift and the lower. Good. Let's go ahead and exhale to lift. Inhale to lower and prepare. Good. Keep on working through this, team. In 5 seconds, we're all going to lift all the way up and hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Press through both of those palms, lift all the way up. Good. Let's go for little top end pulses here. Slight lower and lift all the way up. Good. Nice work. Just for another 5, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up and melt all the way down. Good. Nice work. From here, we're going to flip over onto our back. So rolling onto your back now, floating both feet to tabletop, and our hands will be pressed into the mat down by our side to start. Good. From here, we're going to go for a round of toe taps. So that is inhale to prepare. And on that exhale, let's go ahead and tap one foot down to the mat and bring it all the way back to tabletop, alternating which leg moves first each time. It's a lower down to the mat and lift all the way back up. Beautiful. All right, let's inhale to lower that foot down. Exhale to bring it back to tabletop. Thinking about keeping that angle behind the back of your knee the same the whole time here. So think about placing that toe down a little bit further away than you might think. Yeah, try and take it a little bit further away from your body each time. Beautiful. Maybe float your arms to tabletop, to the ceiling now to reduce that stability that you have while working through these toe taps. In 5 seconds, we're going to add on. These toe taps are going to turn into leg extensions. In 3, 2, 1, both legs to tabletop. Let's go ahead and send one leg long now. Bring it all the way back in. Good. It's alternating each time which leg goes long, bringing it back into the center. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start to add in our opposite arm reach out to the side, taking that arm out to the letter T each time that leg goes long. Alternating each rep here. Inhaling to extend, exhaling to bring it all the way back in. Good. 5 more seconds here. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and add in a double arm extension. We're going to keep our legs going at a single alternating pace, but we're going to take both arms out to the letter T and then bring them back towards the ceiling. Good. One more little layer here if you'd like to take it. The next time that right leg goes long, hold it there. Can you sweep that leg up to the ceiling? Take your hands down by your side. Sweep that leg back down. Hands go out to the letter T. Bring everything back in, ready to reset. Good. The arms go out wide. The leg goes long. We sweep the leg to the ceiling. The hands sweep down to the hips. We sweep back out to the letter T. And then we come back to the tabletop. Beautiful. This is the flow. Stay here and move at a pace that feels good to you today. If these layers are too much for you, you can always go back to that toe tap. Take the layers that you can be successful in. If it means 4 toe taps, 4 leg extensions, then that is absolutely fine. But for those that are still here, let's go ahead and hold this for another 5, 3, 2, 1. The next time that right leg gets extended, let's go out and hold it there. Beautiful. Let's just work with this leg wave all the way up to the ceiling. Hands go down by the hips. Lower it down to the mat. Hands go out wide. Beautiful. It's a lift and a lower. Nice. Here just for another 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and swap the legs over. Good. It's a lift and a lower of that left straight leg now. Hands sweeping down by our hips and out to the side each time. Good. 3 more seconds here. 2, 1. Bring those knees all the way in. Hug them in nice and close. Use that breath to slow that heart rate back down. Big inhale through the nose here. And exhaling to empty out all of that air. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come all the way down onto our right side, ready to do that side arm series, all on the other side now. So we'll start with the diamond to press to start. So we'll make that little diamond with our index finger and thumbs on the mat in front of us. And then slowly come all the way down so that your forehead is resting on your hands. Good. It's an inhale to prepare here. And on that exhale breath, press into both palms to lift yourself all the way up. Good. Slowly melt all the way back down. Beautiful. It's a press to lift and then lower all the way back down. Good. As we're lifting and lowering through these arms, think about lifting up through your side waist, up and away from the mat. Yeah, so when we're laying down, you've not relaxed and you've let everything go. You want to still be trying to think about lifting your side waist up and away from the mat each time you lower back down. Nice. 5 more seconds here. We'll meet at the top, ready to pulse it out. Top range pulses, team. In 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. Good. Can you give me a tiny lift and lower? Good. Here just for a 5, 3, 2, 1. Give me one last lift and come all the way down. Tuck that underneath arm down by your side. And take your top hand down to the mat in front of your shoulder. Wrap your underneath arm up and grab onto your top shoulder. Good. From here, it's a press through that palm on the mat to lift yourself all the way up. Good. Inhale to lower all the way down. Good. It's a press to lift and lower all the way down. Beautiful. Let's add that reach back in. Each time you lower down to the mat, can you lift that hand up and away? I don't actually mind where that hand goes. If that's more comfortable for you to shoot it out in that direction, that's fine. The aim of the game is to release that hand from the mat. Good. Maybe 2 more here, just like this. Ooh. The next time you press through that palm, let's go ahead and hover off the mat. Now we're going to lower to a hover, press all the way up if you can. Lower to a hover, press up if we can. Maybe give me 3 more here. I know it's hard. I feel it too. Last one. Beautiful. Come all the way down. Oh my goodness gracious me. We are done there, team. From here, we're going to come onto our back, ready to do that single leg glute bridge on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and float our left foot to tabletop now. When we're ready, hands down by our side. Let's press through both palms and that right foot that's on the mat to lift our waistband nice and high. Good, lowering all the way back down. Beautiful work. It's a lift all the way up and a lower all the way back down. Again, like on the other side, play around with this foot placement for somewhere that's comfortable for you. Personally, I like to place my foot nice and close. It's an inhale to lower. It's an exhale to lift. Nice. Good. If that's feeling pretty good for you today, let's go ahead and float those arms up to the ceiling and keep on working through this single leg glute bridge. Again, like I said on the other side, if a single leg's not for you, just stamp both feet down and work through this double leg glute bridge. But maybe every third or so rep, float one foot to tabletop and test out that single leg glute bridge. Beautiful. To peel all the way up, a lower all the way down. Maybe float that foot to tabletop and give me one there. Those that are just in tabletop, we are lifting all the way up and lowering all the way back down. When we're ready though, let's go ahead and add that little halfway lower lift to come all the way down. Oh, it's burning already. We're all the way up. It's a halfway lower. Press to lift those hips nice and high and lower all the way down. Good. Nice and high, halfway lower. It's getting spicy. Start to use that breath. Inhale to lower, exhale on the effort and lower all the way down. Good. The next time we lift all the way up, let's lift it up and hold, team. If you're on the double leg, how about float one foot to single and let's go ahead and pulse it out. Good. We're just here for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, melt all the way back down into that mat. Beautiful work. Let's go ahead and hug both knees into the chest here. Let's take a quick moment here to take a figure 4 stretch. That same foot that was just planted on the floor, the right foot, let's cross that in front of our left thigh and bring our knees in towards our chest and release through that glute. Oh my goodness gracious me. Couple of nice deep breaths all the way in through the nose and exhaling to empty that air out of those lungs. Beautiful. When we're ready, let's go ahead and change which leg is hooked in front of the other. Good. Pulling both legs in towards your chest, heads heavy onto the mat. Good. All right, we are not going to come up from this position. Let's stay laying on our back. And we'll just lay there for the rest of the class. No, I'm just kidding. All right, our hands are going to be out towards, it's kind of a T, but it's just a little bit lower. So like a little bit lower than your standard T position. We're going to float one leg up to the ceiling. Good. Our top foot is pointed here. Our bottom foot is flexed. So both toes are pointing up to the ceiling to start, yeah? Beautiful. From here, let's start to make a little circle with your toes of your top leg. Like you've got a paintbrush and you're painting little circles on your ceiling. Good. Let's start to make these circles with this leg a little bit bigger. Nice. And then start to make the biggest circle that you can with that leg. Beautiful. Maybe lifting that hip to send that leg further away across your body and then let it flare out nice and wide to make the biggest circle you can. Nice work. We've got 2 more here. And let's take it straight back the other way. Good. That foot that's down on the mat is anchored nice and heavy. The toes are pointing to the ceiling for another 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring those knees all the way in. Whew. Let's see how long we've got. We've got 6 minutes of class left. We are ready to crack on. We're going to go straight onto the other side here. So let's send both of our legs long to start. Our arms are out by the side. Good. We're going to float our left foot now to the ceiling. Our right foot's going to be flexed, so both toes are facing towards the ceiling. Good. Let's start to make the tiniest circle with those toes that you can here. Driving the movement though from that hip bone. So that thigh that's in your hip socket, you want that to be making these little circles for you. Slowly getting bigger and bigger with these circles. Ending up making the biggest circles that you can with that leg in space. Good. Really pressing into the floor with those hands to help support and get that circle a little bit bigger. Last one here in this direction. And now let's take it back the other side. Good. Nice work. Here just for another 3. Crunchy hip that I've got. 2. 1. Beautiful. Nice work, team. All right. We're going to shoot our feet up overhead now. So we're going to try and do the rollover. What this means is we're going to press our hands into the mat. Our feet, our knees are going to be bent in. And let's just start to rock our knees into our chest and try and bunny hop your hips off of the mat underneath you. Pressing those hands into the mat to try and lift your hips up a little bit more each time. Good. As you get a little bit further, can you try and kick your legs up all the way overhead? And then slowly come all the way down. And keep on working at that now, using the weight of your legs as momentum to try and kick your legs up overhead. Beautiful. Yeah, nice work, team. Keep on working through this and we'll add on soon. In 5 seconds, I'd like for you, if you can, to meet me with your feet up overhead. In 3, 2, 1, hold it there. Can you split your legs out slightly here and then roll all the way down? Good, nice and slowly. Bring your feet together. Shoot them back overhead. Can you hold it there? Can you take your legs out wide and lower all the way down? Beautiful. If you're not shooting your legs up overhead, totally fine. It'll be a little bunny hop. Take the legs out wide and let's all circle them back over the end of our mat to come all the way back up to the start. Good. So it's a little lift. Maybe you get your feet overhead to take your legs out wide. Slowly lower down to circle back to the top. Beautiful. I want to show you what it will look like if you can't get your feet overhead. It is a lift. Take the legs out wide, lower, meet at the bottom, lift up. It's a press to lift as much as you can. Take the legs to the width of the mat, lower, glue them together, lift them back up. Beautiful. If you've got it in you and you can get those legs up overhead, do so and let's work to this. If you need to use your hands to support you to get those legs up overhead, give that a go too. Yeah? Hold on to those hips, maybe take those legs wide and then slowly melt all the way back down into the mat. Yeah, lift up, maybe grab those hips, open them out wide and lower all the way down. Good. 2 more here, team. Good. This is the last one. Slowly melt all the way down. Nice work. Let's sit all the way up. We're going to go for a nice hamstring stretch. So we've got our hands down by our side and let's just slide our hands all the way down our mat towards our heels and find ourselves in a forward fold. Maybe drop your nose down towards your knee here. Big inhale breath. And on the exhale, slide those hands all the way back, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Let's go again, sliding those arms all the way out, finding yourself in a forward fold. Good. Maybe dropping that forehead, that nose down to that knee. If you can grab onto your feet here, do. And when you're ready, rolling all the way back up. One more just like that, and then we're finished, team. Go ahead and find yourself in that forward fold. Good. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale to empty all of that air out of those lungs, because we are done here, team. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your attendance. It is week 1. We are smashing through it. Tomorrow is officially week 2 starting. So well done. We made it through week 1. If you've got any questions, concerns, feedback, if there's something that you're loving, something that you're hating, let me know so that I can change it or keep it. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and